Good morning. It is 5:10. As I got up at a couple minutes after 4, there was a whole army, like 7 hikers coming through. So they'll be here before us. But it's a beautiful morning. We got to get to walking. I'm already running a little late. Got a beautiful sunrise happening behind us. It's been rough going so far this morning. We haven't made it very far, but it has been pretty much all snow. We stopped and put our micro spikes on pretty quick, and snow traversing. That's behind us right now. I'm wearing gloves, so I can't operate my Zoom very well. Do I?
Deactivate by air.
Yeah, you just gotta kind of shake them a little bit.
Okay, this whole group.
Did you find them?
Yeah, they're all right there. The whole group right there. It doesn't look like they're that far ahead of us. They're an hour ahead of us. They passed by our camp almost exactly an hour before we left. You can see the switchbacks there, like here. There's a few of them.
Looks sketch.
And then I'm not sure if that's the pass right there. There's snow up there. The pass is supposed to be dry.
Right there. There's
We'll have to
footprints.
see. Those other hikers are right there. We've definitely caught them. They're nowhere near an hour ahead of us. And I think we're going up to there. Okay. We climbed a good bit pretty quickly. We're just going straight up. Get spikes on, snow is hard. So far it's been pretty easy.
Good conditions.
Yeah.
All right, we've come from down there. A little bit of mountaineering, a lot of ice axing. So far it has not been, I mean, there's some sketchy parts, but it wasn't bad. I guess I'm just getting used to it a little bit. These upper switchbacks are all dry. So far, we've heard they're all dry. And once we got 2 of them, it's been the case. Apparently we have a nice chute to traverse. I think we're going up there eventually. Okay, we're entering the famous chute of Forester Pass. Looks like we got good deep footholds though. And then some more switchbacks up to the pass. All right, just traversed the ice luge and the world famous Johnny Walker. He's the Appalachian Trail through hiker class of 22. PCT 24 from Scotland. Okay, let me see if I get a better angle. It actually doesn't look that bad from here. There was a little bit of sketchiness, but man, look at this. Isn't this cool?
This is the craziest thing.
We made it to the top. Came from that way. Hold on.
So, I slide on also behind the stuff will be.
I'll take one though.
All right, we're at the top of Forester Pass. This marks the end of Sequoia National Park and the beginning of Kings Canyon Wilderness, I think it is. And it's gorgeous. This is the highest point on the Pacific Crest Trail as well. It's 13, what is this, 13,505? 13,200. 505 was Whitney. All right, this is probably what, a 300 or 400 foot.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's fine. That went well. Oh, she's killing it.
She
Killing it.
She gave up on like proper. Look at her, the spike. Oh,
Oh, stall. Let's do it.
Johnny Walker, what do you think this is? Like a 400-foot run?
Oh, easy.
Easy,
Yeah.
maybe more than
The
that.
length of a football, like that's more than a football.
Oh, he's not using an axe. He's doing 2 poles.
That's what I was going to do, but then you don't want that hanging from your.
Hollywood's going at it. Johnny Walker, hold on. Let him get to the bottom. All right, the famous Johnny Walker of Scotland. You know what this means? I'm next. Here comes Chap.
Yeah, waiting for me. Bishop! I wrecked my backpack. Nope.
Send it. Hands in the air!
What's the leg there?
Yeah, there you go!
All right, we just came down. It's a pretty long run. How many feet you think it is? Back up there. I don't know. I guess 400. Johnny Walker said further than that. Man, it was fun, but the snow was so chopped up on that track because we've all been doing it. That break didn't do much, but it was fun. I'm glad I did it. And hey, we descended a lot real quick. I don't know. I know I need to put spikes on.
Yeah.
We have had our fun. Got our spikes back on. Got our axes away for now. Got our poles back out. And my butt is cold. My knuckles are bleeding. But Forrester wasn't that bad. Now, it's weird how we all like perceive things differently because I thought Forrester wasn't bad at all. I thought it was nothing compared to the descent of Baden-Powell.
We still haven't
And
descended though.
Hammer said it was the scariest stuff he's ever done. So it's just weird how we all perceive things differently.
I thought Forrester was the scary.
All right, that last video froze. We just came across there and we realized that we're off trail a little bit. It may have gone down before this. Let me show you. All right, check this out. There's some Soboers, probably JMTers, because JMTers this time of year pretty much all go Sobo.
Look it up.
Look at this.
Closer past the other way.
It is like blue, blue, blue. All right, look at this. It's about 10 a.m. now. The snow is pretty soft. The sun's out pretty hot. So it's kind of slow, slushy going. All right, I gotta put the phone away to do this. We'd been above tree line since yesterday afternoon. We were finally back into some trees for a little while. until we start climbing again later today, I'm sure. Because we'll have to get up as close as we can today to Glen Pass. So we can do the same thing, get up early and try to hit it while the snow's hard. We're having lunch, Fireball. It's a big spot in the shade. She got her stuff drying out here. I picked a spot in the sun. I got my stuff yard sailed. Our shoes and socks and everything are soaked. Hammer's over there in the sun, yard sailed. And let me show you a 360. It's craziness, isn't it? Look at this. And water just cascading all the way down the mountain. We just came up on this. We weren't expecting this stream crossing today. Fireball just went for it, got all wet again. We checked out a couple log crossings, and there was one rock hop, but there was a branch. So you'd still have to get across the other branch. So we're just going through. Wowza, just wowza, I tell ya. I don't know if I corrected this earlier or not. One of my maps said that it was Kings Canyon National Forest, but it is in fact Kings Canyon National Park that we're in right now. And it is incredible. Absolutely stunning. Like, we're walking down through the valley now after our forester descent. We're actually still going down. Once we get down to the bottom, another like 1.5, we'll start going up again towards Kearsarge Pass, which is actually a trail off the PCT. We're not going to go to town there because we carried a bunch of food. Start this section, and then from there we'll continue climbing and do Glen Pass, which, if all goes well, we will do Glen Pass early in the morning. We've been talking about maybe trying to make tomorrow a 2-pass day. I'm not sure. Pinchot Pass is the next one after Glen, and it's supposed to be a little less steep and maybe a little easier. So it'd be better to put that on as a second pass of tomorrow rather than the first pass of the next day, because we'd have to do Pinchot and Mather together, and Mather is supposed to be a little more thrilling. So maybe that would be better earlier in the day. So I don't know, let's figure out how the snow and the mud and everything is and figure it out later. Good news, we're walking alongside that. We don't have to cross that one. At least not yet anyway. We just crossed this one and then realized there are, on the other side of us, like the whole hillside is like a river feeding down into that river. After taking a short break, we're climbing again. We're starting our ascent. Sorry about the breathing. We're climbing up for the Glen Pass tomorrow morning. Gonna try to get as close as we can. I think we're gonna try to get within 2.1 miles of the pass. There's a camp spot there. I turned the corner, it's a burnt out tree, but it looked like a bear or a gorilla. It is 2:45 p.m. I don't know if I've told you the time yet today. We started a little early at 5 a.m. So it's been getting on to a long day. But man, this climb we're on now, it's been tough, the first part of it. But these views, they're unbelievable. These are something like, I don't know, you see on a calendar or something. Or on my YouTube channel. It's Hollywood right there in the middle of the screen. Just loaded up on water, and as you can see, I've got a bag of water on the top of this pack. I'm carrying about 4 liters right now, which, since we've had all the snow gear and the bear can back, haven't had to carry much water. My guess is there's tons of water up here from snow melt, but our guide says there's not. So we're loaded down and it feels heavy, but we only have like 0.6 or 0.7 to go, so we'll make it. We're 0.1 from where we're gonna camp. I'm in my tent. I have my beans and rice cooking. They're in the rehydrating, I guess. And we're sprinkling a little bit. Part of the sky's gray, part of it's blue, but we have a little bit of light sprinkles. Hoping for no thunderstorms. But I've got to I got one vestibule door open. Everything else is kind of closed up, and I'm just kind of hunkered in here. And everybody else is the same. So that's where we're at right now. But we did get a good camp spot. I think we did, I don't remember. I think we did about 12 and a half miles today. But in the Sierra, it's not about the miles, it's about the passes. And we got Forester, the biggest pass. So glad that's done. And tomorrow is Glen Pass. So I'll be back in a little bit after dinner probably. All right, it looks like the little sprinkling is done for now. So I'm just gonna show you around our camp spot. There's my tent. Hammer's over there. It's a beautiful spot. We got the views of the mountains. I put a little more water in my rice and beans to rehydrate because the rice needed a little more water. And the rice and beans are my favorite meal on trail, like that I'm gonna make, like other than like a backpacker's pantry or one of those. And I've only had one of them for this stretch, so I've been saving it. I wanted to wait till I was done with Whitney and done with Forester before I earned it. So that's for dinner tonight. Also have a candy bar. Hoping for a good night's sleep. And I think I haven't looked for sure. I think we have about 2 miles, maybe 2.1 miles to the next pass. And I think it's only like 1,300 more feet of elevation because we climbed like 1,400 here this evening. So I think we're set up for a good day. I'm really happy to have Forester behind us. I think it's interesting how we all perceive things differently. Like I thought going down Baden Powell was the sketchiest thing I ever did in my life. And I thought today, yeah, there were a few spots that were a little sketch, but I never really felt like, oh my gosh, I may die right now. Hammer, on the other hand, didn't think Baden Powell was as bad. But today he said, what was it, Hammer? This was the scariest something you've ever done in your life?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so he said it was the scariest thing he ever did in his life. So I don't know. It's just weird how we are in different headspaces at different times and we perceive things differently. But tomorrow's going to be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you a good night because in case it starts raining again, I'm going to be locked in there. So have a good night and we'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
It did not start raining, but we did have friends come up Kearsarge Pass and camp near us, so we had a really fun night.